Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK France deck G4, G54 with marusKaK, V, and msiwm. So let's take a look at this first pile. Honestly, it is pretty terrible. I could take gluten-free baker just because it's my card. I think though what I'll do is I'll take Yeoman farmer. It's just kind of a generic card, works with a lot of enables some like different strategies. And then plowman, peasant, field doctor, hunter. I don't think Field Doctor and Yeoman Farmer work all that well together, and I think Grain Seller is a better card anyways. I really like Grain Seller. Very strong. Alright, this pick is what? There's borrower, animal husbandry worker, peon, stone carver, haberdasher. Peon is usually pretty good. Animal husbandry worker, though, I know is quite nice, especially because it gives you 4 wood. I think I'm going to take animal husbandry worker here. Kind of have an eclectic mix of cards. We'll see what strategy emerges. Oh wow, and I have hut builder too. Okay, definitely taking hut builder. So marusKaK's first pile should have been pretty strong then, if I'm getting hut builder with my 4th pick. So managed to advance in the 6th position in the Play-agricola tournament. So I'm playing in the next round with Polkadot, Joshi, and Bigfoot. So I'll definitely record those games. I probably won't stream them. I'll record them and put them on VOD later, just because it is a slightly more competitive event, so just want to make sure there's no possibility for stream sniping. And even if I think no one in the game will stream snipe, it's just like peace of mind for my opponents too, that they know no one else in the game is getting a potentially unfair advantage. So yeah. But I definitely will record them and put them up on YouTube, so give me a follow on there if you haven't and you're just a Twitch follower. The other thing I could do is stream them just with a crazy delay. But even if you have like a half-hour delay, if you have Braggart in your hand, you know, if you have some key late game card, that can make a pretty big difference. Looks like our frames are doing okay. The other thing is, in my Boîte de Jeux League, looks like I'm gonna advance up to the top bracket, so that's pretty cool. This game is 1, so I'm gonna finish with 2 wins, unless someone has Braggart. That's the only thing I lose to at this point. But even then, I don't think any of them have that many improvements. Yeah, so I'm going to finish with 2 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd. I'm going to put that thought on hold while I do this pick. Oh, tenant farmer and yeoman farmer go really well together. Because yeoman farmer means I don't lose the points for tenant farmer. Hey, I totally planned that. Not. Sorry. That'll work okay. So who knows if I play grain seller or not. And this one, I mean, present's pretty good. Yeah, none of the rest of the cards are very strong. Hunter's okay, but I'd rather take peasant and build a cooking hearth. Yeah, so I'm going to finish with 2 firsts, a second, and a third. There's one other player who has 1 win already, but none of their other games are finished. And it looks like they're going to have 2 wins, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have a third and a fourth. So I would advance over them. That player being Josie, who I think has been in the first division before, actually. Bake bread or so minor. Or I could take stone carver. Haberdasher should be okay here. I might get a minor improvement that goes really well with haberdasher. Okay, well, we've got cotton field here, which is fantastic. Minor that gives 2 fields. Sack cart goes really well with grain cellar. Almshouse goes well with cards that you need to push out in stage 1, just because it gives you that extra flexibility. I think since I haven't seen a plow yet, I'm going to take cotton field. Okay, Clockwork Man is kind of nice with Cotton Field because I can play 5 occupations in Clockwork Man, and that gives me 2 fields. Cloister is pretty good. I mean, with Hut Builder, I know I have a pretty good shot at building. At least I'm gonna get 3 points from Cloister, which is good return. Bean field is always strong. Let's go Cloister here. Cloister with Human Farmer enables some like 5-room stuff that would be probably pretty strong. Like clockwork, whatever that means. So yeah, pretty happy with my my Meeple League performance. I spent 2 seasons in Division 3, but otherwise it looks like I'm gonna win all my way to the top bracket, so that's nice. Yeah, I just hope that this season finishes. I'm gonna be going on vacation for a week, so hopefully I can get the games done before I go away, because probably won't have Wi-Fi access when I'm gone. So looking at this game, actually there's kind of a cool combo with Haberdasher and Cotton Field, because I can play Cotton Field on the sow action space and then sow goods immediately onto those fields. So if I have 1 grain from haberdasher and I take a vegetable, or 2 grain cotton field, grain cellar, something like that. I got some good possibilities. But mostly what I need is a ton of actions. So growing early will be important. Usually is. There's probably a line here where I rush for 2 grain fields, and then grain cellar the 2 grain fields to 2 cattle with my animal husbandry worker. I would have space for a breeding pair of cattle. But I see no reason to do that in particular over, just getting sheep breeding and also trying to get grain at a similar time. Yeah, so thinking about it, probably I'll probably do tenant farmer, yeoman farmer, and then if I could use grain cellar to get the second of each of those animals, or to get me to like the second and third bracket. So like if I have 1 sheep, then I need 2 grain into 2 sheep to get a second point from sheep. Same with boar. I need 2 grain for 1 boar to get a second thing of boar. And I can do stuff like that. We'll see though. Looks like we're waiting on MSI. I should probably ask what's going on. Not showing as ringing, so yeah, might be gone. Hopefully comes back quickly. Oh, there we go. Just saying he's having internet problems. Okay. Field, goblet, mini pasture, bonfire. This is kind of a bunch of mid-range stuff. Mini pasture, though, goes pretty well with what I want to do. Bonfire is okay. I like bonfire, actually. I mean, the wood for the point, if you don't ever end up cooking, is fine. It's just if you go out, you just can't go out of your way to play bonfire. If you go out of your way to play bonfire, then it's better to go out of your way and get a something else. Okay. Downsizing is always really good. Lamp oil, free point, some food. Baby sling is an excellent card. Half timbered house. Half timbered house is nice with big house. Yeah, I guess with half timbered house here, I could definitely consider like a 5-room stone house play. And then Yeoman Farmer, and maybe I don't play Grain Cellar, like maybe I don't get a lot of crops, but I get minimum animals with Tenant Farmer. Baby Sling is really good. Maybe I'll take Baby Sling. This is hard. You know what? I know I'm growing twice at least, so I'll go, okay, looking at this, sack cart. Another way of getting grain is good. And then definitely Clockwork Man. Definitely. My miners are kind of expensive, so I won't want to go on start player that much. But that can be okay. I have occupations to play. Who needs start player? My goal will be to grow second after MSI, who will protect the start player space for me. And this field, Harrow, like if you compare field to Harrow, Harrow only activates when you do a plow action in the future. So field gives you the immediate, yeah, it's just so much better. Field is much better than Harrow. So I should be able to get 3 or 4 fields, 4 or 5 stone house, and then how many fences am I gonna manage? Am I gonna manage 15? Animal husbandry worker giving me 4 wood, mini pasture giving me 3. It's possible. It's possible, but maybe not. Probably peasants not getting played. Haberdasher's a maybe. Grain seller's a maybe. I got lots still to decide though. Should leave my options open. I don't need to get locked into any one path. But with this hand, I can do a lot of different things. Honestly, I could do a lot of different things. If I stay on a 4-room clay house, then I can definitely get a lot of crop and animal points with Grain Cellar, animal, and Tenant Farmer, and Sack Cart. All my ways of making fields. Field Watchman coming out first. Ooh, I'm glad I took Grain Cellar away from him. Although not like that Grain Cellar was getting out of that pile. That pile was... Alright. Reedstone food. Looks good to me. Oh, Baba's going live soon. Cool. Baba's a Civ streamer, Civ 5. He plays Civ 5 multiplayer, and I play in the same group as him, the No Quitters group, and we play with the No Quitters mod. And it's good. He's really good at the game. So My roommates and I like to watch him. We learn a lot. marusKaK with a perpetual student. Always a nice card to have. So let's see if the RNG pays off for him today. Now we're just waiting on MSI to come back. Hopefully his connection will be better. Hard to play too when you're fighting connection problems. Okay, 2 clay, 2 wood. I guess I would like the first fireplace, so 2 clay seems fine. Especially with mini pasture and animal husbandry worker. I have pretty good incentive for going for breeding pair of sheep nice and early. And with hut builder and animal husbandry worker needing to be played early, probably not gonna have the tempo to get first room and do those other things. Especially if MSI is never gonna take start player, because he's probably gonna second action take grain all the way through the game. All the way through stage 1 at least, not all through the game. Excuse me. Bookmark for V. Yeah, that's a great round. That's a great stage round 1 card. Occupation in round 4, which is a great time to do it. Around anytime you can play occupations without actions near harvests, that's really nice, because you can do some cool stuff. There's Bookmark. Then also he played Where's Salesman. I'll put a marker on round 4 for him. Oh, classic combo for MSI. And I'll do Reedstone Food again. So now his second action is grain, field, wood, food, which is quite a bit better, because that apple picker means that you have enough food for the first harvest without having to eat any grain. Yeah, it's a nice combo. What it means is you're going to want to go on grain 4 or 5 times and vegetable 1 or 2 times, so it's works out nicely for him. Okay, I could start player mini pasture here. That would be fine. Especially because it gives me some extra wood for my husbandry worker. I could start player baby sling as well. Just get it out. But what am I starting player into? The sheep are not out. Major miner's not out. So yeah, 2 wood is probably fine. Looking like V or marusKaK will be first to build, so hopefully I can get in behind one of them. Oh, there's snack time for marusKaK. And here comes the occupation march. Oh, nice. Yeah, good friend will be good from me. I'm going to be a good friend. He's going to get a stone, a reed, and a 2 stone, a reed, and a wood from me, probably. Unless I pay sheep for good friend, which I could do, but reed is quite a bit better cost, I think. All right. My first action here, hut builder, I think. Although this is a good time for animal husbandry worker because it scares people off of like competing with me for that fireplace. Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad actually. Oh, field doctor. Of course. Forgot about that guy. Alright, well, let's get ready to build a room then. 3 wood is just fine. So I really need to get hut builder out next round. So I might start player mini pasture, and then first action hut builder, and then second action take wood, take food. Hopefully traveling players or fishing would come back around. If I play mini pasture 2, then I should be able to get 3 sheep in round 5, which would be nice. I should bring up field doctor, I guess. Yeah, I think I need to start player here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Cabinet maker for V. I'll play my hut builder. That's a nice combo there. Where salesman gives a reed and a wood on the on the cabinet maker play. Words are hard. marusKaK first action built room here. Definitely did not need to do that. I'm no threat to build a room. Although there is, I guess there is Om's house out there, so he might think that I'm playing around Om's house. Actually, having Om's house would be great, because if I did have it, then I could second action play animal husbandry worker, which would be pretty handy. But you know what? The reason I want to play animal husbandry worker now is because I could save 4 wood if I do. But the problem is there's no fencing configuration that lets me only spend 4 wood. I would have to spend more. I'd have to spend one of my wood in my supply. So playing animal husbandry worker a bit later is going to be just fine, I think. Should do sling. Sling instead of mini pasture there, you think? Massive attack? Yeah, that would be a good option as well. I guess the reason I didn't want to do that was just because going down to 1 reed is kind of annoying when you're competing for building a room. I guess Chris has moved us over to a new server, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if I could get reedstone food here, then that gives me my 3rd reed to pay for baby sling, which would be nice. MSI playing pen builder. That's kind of annoying. I want those sheep. The thing is, it would give me a third stone for well, which is nice. I'll grab fishing, though, I think. See what MSI does here. Because I would probably sow. But where's all his food? I don't know. I don't know. If he sows, yeah, he has no food. How does he eat? How does he feed? Oh, animal pen. Okay. Interesting. So maybe MSI has, okay, so yeah, MSI has almshouse. Damn, that's really nice. Very nice start for him. There's family growth. Okay. Well, I need to build a room. Oh, you know what? If I build room, you know what? If I build room, it forces MSI to stay ahead of me. It forces MSI to it forces MSI to start player. So marusKaK definitely gonna family growth here. So yeah, this is a case where having baby sling would be nice, but I'm probably gonna have to do a start player action into family growth anyways, so don't see that it makes much of a difference. Yeah, good friend definitely collected on animal pen because he's got 2 wood up there now, which is nice. It's nice when people have it like piled correctly. So yeah, if MSI start players, that's totally fine. I take 3 sheep and build a fireplace, do stuff like that. Oh, he did not start player. Very interesting. I really thought he would. Well, I have baby sling, and playing baby sling versus not is like pretty equivalent in terms of actions. So I'm gonna grab my sheep here. Huh, I really did not. I thought for sure MSI would start player. I wonder if he was sticky about the sheep as well? Like, and he was taking wood for his pen builder? Oh, head of the family for V. That's good. Yeah. Means growing's gonna be super easy this game. Like getting our 4th family members especially should be super easy for everyone. So that's a point in favor of me going for a 5-room stone house. Would require a lot of wood though. And yeah. No 4-wood occupations yet. Good friend putting maybe 3 wood in. Pen builder takes wood out. Cabinet maker takes wood out. Bird cage takes wood out. Not as severely, but so V is gonna build grow. Yeah, so I think I'm in zero. I have 0 pressure on me to start player here, because V might try to block me out in round 7, but if I grow round 7, round 8, it's pretty equivalent at this point. So I can grab good pile of resources, 6 clay, 4 wood, or I can build fireplace. I think I like 6 clay here. So now I can build a cooking hearth. Yeah. Yeah, no surprise there. And upholstery is nice with Ware Salesman, because Ware Salesman gonna give him a bunch extra reed, and then he can turn that reed into points with his upholstery. So yeah, we got some nice games. Some nice looking games. So, second action, I could start player baby sling, or I could take 4 wood, or I could cooking hearth. If I start player baby sling, there's a good chance I get 6 wood, I think. Yeah, let's try this. Sheep is a little more valuable than reed, but it's still an okay way to pay for it. So it's possible that Major Minor gets blocked in round 7 from me, but if that happens, there are 2 3 food action spaces. So that I should be fine. And I'll play Clockwork Man on my family growth. No 6. No 6 wood, but there is 7 clay. So, yeah, I think I gamble that Mr. Head of the Family is not gonna first action. Oh wait, if I do that, then I can't family growth. Is taking 7 clay worth not family growthing this round? Probably not. Guess I'll play it safe. So that means marusKaK gets 7 clay. So that's huge for marusKaK. Very good position with the ability to build more resources and like build more rooms and reno very easily. Yeah, we're going to have some strong games. Head of the family, a little sad seeing family growth come round 5. Would have rather seen it come later, but he's got some nice combos there. So we'll see. Lots to be decided still in this game. I wonder if we could have 3 people grow this round. If marusKaK grows and then MSI grows after, that would be pretty nuts. That would be really nuts. Having 4 people, 3 people growing in one round in round 7, especially when we already had 3. That would mean 6 total growths in stage 2, which is double the normal number. So yeah, that'd be pretty. That would be, yeah, and marusKaK can totally do it. I think there's kind of no reason for him not to. Okay, definitely have to take 4 wood because anytime you have growth happen this quickly, then the resource accumulation spaces are going to be, you know, they're not going to last. So it's totally worth risking my cooking hearth getting blocked to, because I mean I got fishing traveling players available, so it's not like I'll starve. No risk of that. But yeah, I have to make sure I'm in a position that I can always take 3 wood, because this is going to be a very very tight resource game. MSI grabbing 2 sheep, it sounds like. Yeah, pen builder. That is a card. I guess it could be okay to take fishing anyways, just because then I actually breed my sheep. But you know what? I can play tenant farmer next round. I can play animal husbandry worker and then tenant farmer. Yeah. I wonder where that half-timbered house went. Probably to V, I would imagine, since V had head of the family. But not sure. Anyways, I need to be right back. Oh, maybe marusKaK with the conservator. We'll see. And I'm back. And there's a 4 wood action, so I'm definitely taking 4 wood. And Om's house came out. So V has downsizing. Yeah, downsizing fantastic with head of the family. So that tells me that marusKaK took Half Timbered House, because Half Timbered House downsizing were in the same thing. So yeah. I mean, marusKaK's in a good position then. I like his groom. If he can get his groom to build more than 4 stables, he's in a really strong position, because there are, of course, that card, that minor improvement, lets you turn stables into fields, and if you have a card like Groom and can build more than 4 stables, you know, that's really, really powerful combination. So I could grab 3 reed here and then build a room and then family growth next round. If I do that, how am I going to feed? I also want to get my animal husbandry worker played. 6. 1, 2, 3. This is the last round to play animal husbandry worker and get another wood from it. But if I play it now, I have to spend an extra food. So, not in too much of a rush. I think, let's take 3 reed here. And then, yeah, see what comes next. Haberdasher with Cotton Field and Field actually is really nice. I have some good options there. Because I can play Haberdasher and then use the sow action space like a plow sow, which is pretty cool. So yeah, probably I'll play Haberdasher, play Tenant Farmer, play Yeoman Farmer, play Animal Husbandry Worker. That gets me to my 6 occupations. That sounds good. So Grain Seller probably going unplayed. Peasant probably going unplayed. We'll see. There's still lots to be decided. I need food here, so I'm going to grab food. If I could play Tenant Farmer next round, I guess that would have solved all my food problems too. But the whole point of Tenant Farmer plus Yeoman Farmer is that I don't want to have to eat those animals. I don't have to get them back later. Like, I could just use it for 9 food. But I don't know. We'll see. Gluten-free baker. Hey. That's mine. MSI builds the well. Okay, yeah, MSI's in quite a good position. Yeah. I don't know, though. Like, the thing is, how are they going to compete? I guess Birdcage goes a long way, but I just don't see, like, the 4 or 5 room stone houses. I think it's going to be difficult to compete for that. But you never know. Okay, I need food, so 2 sheep is food. So if I build another room, I'm going to want to reno before round 11, because right now I have 4 clay, which is the perfect amount to reno, but once it goes to round 11, I'll have a 5-room house, and then that 4 clay will no longer be enough. Definitely want to make sure I get that off. Oh, peon, nice. Yeah, I knew it wouldn't have gone too far. Build a room. Tell everyone that I have cloister because of the layout of my rooms. That's fine. Cornucopia for V. This is a great card. I love this card because you get the vegetable back at that first harvest, and then, you know, the rest of the game you get a vegetable per harvest. I love it. Great card. So I have family growth here, use my baby sling. I'll play sack cart. So I think it's grain on here and here. I'll double check. Yeah, 11, 14. So I do have 6 food at the moment. I need 1 more food. Because I don't want to eat my second sheep, eat a second sheep. Would rather do other stuff. Don't want to play tenant farmer here because I can't hold a breeding pair and the animals that I want to hold. I want to play tenant farmer probably after animal husbandry worker. That is a nice card. Yeah, so V is going to have a pretty high scoring game. That is for sure. Okay, none of my other occupations give me food. I could reno here, but I can't afford. If I could afford pottery, I maybe would reno pottery and eat, but can't do that. So I'll take 1 boar here and eat it. Take grain and get the oven then. Denies it to field watchman. That's not a bad idea. The problem with that is I don't have I don't know that the field watchman needs clay oven that badly. Like obviously it will be good for him, but yeah. The other thing too is I want to reno in this round. So I could take clay and then reno. Like that's a good idea. Taking clay and then reno clay oven here. And then I would probably play haberdasher first. So like take clay, play haberdasher, reno clay oven. The problem with that is it just makes my getting animals later. But if it solves my feeding for the next harvest, that would be pretty strong. Yeah, I like that here. And you know what? Then if my reno gets blocked, I have 1 extra clay with clay oven to reno. So I don't have to reno this round. which means I could reno clay oven in round 11 and not take grain and just use the grain that's coming in from sack cart. Yeah, so I got some good options here. Yeah, and there you go. So marusKaK renoed. So actually that worked out really well. And I probably wouldn't have thought of that otherwise. Thanks for, really appreciate that suggestion. Yeah, and marusKaK being on the 4-room house already, that's quite nice. So yeah, I'll play Haberdasher here. You know what? I'm not gonna play Haberdasher here. I'm gonna play Animal Husbandry Worker. I don't need to play Haberdasher if I'm not gonna reno clay oven until next round. And 1, 2, 3. 3. How many do I get to build for free? 2 for free, so I have to pay 1. Yeah, the only person likely to contest with me for the clay oven is V. But V is definitely gonna fence before he renos, and he doesn't have any grains, so yeah, I should be able to get that next round. Yeah, this is a monster game. Just everybody grew so quickly. So many people, so many actions. Quite crazy. I'm gonna need a ton of stone. Fortunately, though, V will want to get to a stone house, but I'm not convinced that MSI will, because he's only on 2 rooms, so. Does he have 4 sheep? Oh, he just paid 1, that's right. Oh, great. That's really good for him. Wow. This game is nuts. Yeah, MSI just guaranteeing that he gets to grow as much as he wants to. Grab a plow, I guess. Not too much else to do. I could take 2 stone and then do stone oven. Guess the other thing I could do, instead of building clay oven, I could sow some grain. I don't know. I could play haberdasher and then sow and then play grain seller. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I might need the food from Tenant Farmer next round. So I might do that. Could take grain, yep. Yeah. Kind of nice that marusKaK's played all his occupations. He's not going on. Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is I could take one boar here, and then if I play tenant farmer next round, I could eat all my sheep, keep my cattle, and then breed boar. But I could just as easily take cattle next round and breed cattle, which is better than breeding boar. Yeah, not sure what is the way to go here. Could just take grain. I absolutely could take grain, but I'd rather probably play occupation than take grain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this here. So I'll eat a sheep and then get a sheep back, which I have to eat. And then I have a boar and a cattle. So I gain 2 food, but then I have to pay the stuff back. 2 food, a boar and a cattle, but I have to pay it back later in the game. But Yeoman Farmer says I don't have to pay it back. Ha ha ha. Yeah, and getting my occupations out for cotton field will be good as well. So V's been playing all nice all game with the family growth. So I could first action family growth here, but I think I probably don't need to. So I could do 3 stone, or probably what I need to do here is just 3 wood. Yeah, no one else can build clay oven right now, so should be fine. So I need 5 more wood total to fence 15. And I probably want to fence 15 to deny the 2 points from animal husbandry worker to everyone else. So but that should only be 2 more actions, which is not bad. Grab my cattle here so I can start breeding it. I could have plowed instead of 1 cattle. But plow is really not that high priority for me. I have 3 more fields from my minor improvements already, guaranteed. Oh, 5 rings, yeah. Too much is going on in this game. Way too many actions. There's like... Yeah, this is a funny game. Very funny game. This is one where... Yeah. Wonder if I ignore vegetable. If I ignore vegetable all game, or I ignore grain. One of those two. Like the grain from haberdasher I bake and I bake again. Because Yeoman Farmer makes it not such a big deal. How risky do I want to play with this family growth? You know what? Let's do it here. That's fine. I'll play field. Not a huge fan of passing a nice miner to my opponent immediately after me, but this should be fine. Field gets taken by marusKaK. Let's reno clay oven here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bake 1 grain. Then probably my last action. I have two okay. You know what? I could eat my boar, build I could eat my boar and build 3 fences, which would let me breed my sheep. Or I can play an occupation. Both of which are fine. Yeah, I think this is... I'm going to want to do a lot more fencing later, so I think this is fine for now. Play haberdasher. Get another grain. And I'll eat 2 sheep. Feed 9. Breed that. Put haberdasher up on the screen. So now I want to get to 7 stone. 7 stone or 2 stone. Definitely 2 stone. But first I'm going to take 3 wood, because wood is actually more important than a plow sow action for me, which is kind of crazy. Because it delays, the nice thing about wood is it delays marusKaK's ability to fence and V's ability to fence. That's what's going to come out really nicely here. And actually, it's enough that I could fence 4 pastures, and then if I tie with MSI for pastures, that would probably be okay. Although, considering how much wood he has left, I would guess that he's probably going to try to take the points away from me unless I go to 5. That's fine. I can go to 5. I have the actions to do it, is the key thing. Absolutely have the actions to do it. So next action, 3 stone. Need to start getting that stone. 3 stone, reed stone food twice, and 2 stone is enough to get all the stone I need for the rest of the game. Although getting reed stone food twice is much more difficult now that it's been taken. I could still play grain cellar. Playing grain cellar is still an option. Yeah, nobody needs failed growth even without room, so nobody cares about the star player space. And nobody needs plow sow either, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Crazy game. Very crazy. Let's grab this last 2 wood, because that means I can do all the fencing I need for the rest of the game now. And then last 2 actions could be fence plus... you know what? I can fence next round. I don't need to fence this round. MSI played Oven Inspector, which I guess a lot of you might not be familiar with, just because it's a G4 card. I need food. Yeah, I do need food. So I'm kind of thinking about if I do a sow action and then play Grain Cellar, then I could do another sow. Like what I could do, well, I'm not sure. I could take grain, sow it, and then play Grain Cellar. Or I could just sow and then Grain Cellar here. And I think that would be okay, actually. Because then, too, I get those 3 grain back right away, which I could then use to sow cotton field in the last round. So that I could sow 2 grain, 1 bake 1. I think that would be alright. Yeah. This is not the best use of it. Not the best use of Grain Cellar, but I think it's going to work out okay. And I should get sow bake in the next round with my first action. I think it's very unlikely that. Yeah, especially because plow sow has been available. I could always start player bake too. I have that option as well. Grain and cellar solves my food problems, though. I can bake 2 or 3 grain. Yeah, yeah, I can. Yeah, I have some good options. Although baking grain with Grain Cellar becomes a lot on my cooking hearth becomes like a lot less valuable because I can do grain to 2 food anytime because I can turn a grain into sheep at any time. So I think now the question for me is, do I get my stone house and cloister out? If I get both of those out, I will have a really nice farm. But if I only do one or the other, then I'm in a lot more trouble. Cool. So I get to do this. Oh, I guess I can't play cotton field and bake. Right. I forgot about that. But I can do that and bake. And then if I eat 1 cattle, then I only need 1 more food for this harvest, so I should be in an okay spot. So I'll probably start player Cottonfield with my next action. Start player round 13 going into round 14 is always a strong position. You have control of the renovation spaces and stuff like that. Oh, there's start player there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab Reed, because Reed lets me then take 2 stone and then reno this round if I need to. But reno plus Cottonfield would be really nice if I could do that. Fence, Ox, start player, get 2 fields. Yeah, unfortunately start player is gone. marusKaK is baking. Oh, on the green space, of course. With the gluten-free baker. Grab 2 stone.